please. Don't let me stop you.
Your brother, faced with hard luck. Faced with hard luck. Card shots, thieves, murderers with hard luck. Pimps and card shots, thieves, murderers with hard luck. Your brother, faced with hard luck. Faced with hard luck. Card shots, thieves, murderers with hard luck. Pimps and card shots, thieves, murderers with hard luck.
Good morning and welcome to the Hard Luck Show. I'm your certified host, Steve Lucky Luciano. Sitting across from me is my co-host.
Is Chumahan, an American Indian, Southern Californian, elegant barbarian.
Yeah. And next to me, Mr. Blue Eyes himself,
Blue Eyes.
Sean Lewis, right? Come on, tell us.
Illegitimate son of
Say hello,
Frank
Sean.
Sinatra.
Say hi.
For real.
Hi.
We got Sean handling visuals and audio.
Right.
And we have King Salmon and Big Pick Mike in the house covering some visuals.
King Salmon.
Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are.
And let me just start by saying this, you guys. So, it must have. This is maybe 4 months ago, somewhere in that area. Esteban hits me up, and he's letting me know that they're having like a little activation with the Dickies party. Remember, he came in and talked about the Dickies party,
Oh, yeah.
collaboration party.
Crazy
going,
time.
and gang of my buddies are gonna go, and then Nate No Face.
Oh, yeah.
So he's gonna be
I'm
up there,
getting
and then I'm
nods-
hearing Thousand
nods
Words
from
is
the
gonna
band.
perform, and we're like, cool, taco trucks, Lords. Boom, I gotta be right there.
Right.
There was Monique. We get out there, everything's grooving, it was dope, and fucking everything's going on, everything, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh yeah, some people are like, early moods are coming out. Early moods, like, who's early moods? Start moving over towards the stage. These guys come up onto the stage. As soon as they come up on the stage, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Because it really didn't like visually. I was like, all right, we got some skateboarding going on. We got these rappers. We got
Right, it's not hip hop.
It's just like, I'm like, okay. And they come on, bro, and they start like fucking with the mics and getting them. I was like, and I start like building, like I can already feel where we're going.
Right.
And man, dude, I don't know, dude, we were outside too. The sound comes on and you like the first riffs go off. And I'm like, fuck, dude. Yeah, dude, I'm like, hell yeah. I'm like, motherfucking American fucking rock and roll, right? And I was just shaking my head. I was just fucking into it from the minute you guys started until it ended. I didn't really want it to end. And I was seeing like cats that like were in my age range, all like bounce their heads, like looking at each other like, fuck yeah, like, and instantly I was like, who are these guys? So I want somebody, I shot this on there. I go, man, I need those guys on the show. And he's like, that'd be sick, get them on the show. And I was a fan, you guys. So I want to welcome to the show.
Yes.
The group Early Moods. You guys are here today. Thank you for coming.
Real
in,
rock
you
and
guys. Real fucking rock and roll, you guys.
Musicians up in this fucking
I
piece.
had to, man. I turned the team onto it. They started tuning in. They're like, dude, get these guys in here. So, welcome to the Hard Luck Show.
Welcome.
I think we should start by, this is the group Early Moods, and if we want to go right down the line and have you guys introduce yourselves so we know who we're talking with.
Right. Let's start with you, sir.
Yeah, I'm Eddie Andrade. I play guitar.
All right.
All right, Eddie on guitar.
My name's Alberto Alcaraz. I'm vocals.
Vocals.
Felix Feliciano, and I play the bass.
Nice.
Yeah.
Christopher Flores, and I'm drums.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
We're
Chu.
missing our guitarist.
You are?
Yeah, Oscar didn't make it, but Oscar Hernandez is the other guitarist. in the band.
Okay. All
Wait,
right.
what kind of
Legit.
guitarist is Oscar in terms of the band? Like, is he lead? Is he doing the
They
solo?
both do
We
leads.
both
They
did
trade,
lead,
yeah, they trade off.
Trade off.
Yeah. What happened to music where I feel like for like, I don't know, man, it seemed like maybe 15 years, guitar solos were just kind of like axed out of music. What the fuck happened to guitar solos? Why did they
I'm
do
not
that?
sure. Yeah, I feel like the last couple of years, everything was kind of concentrated on keyboards and more synth-oriented.
Right.
I feel like, there are some bands that still had some guitar solos, some real authentic stuff to it, but I don't know, the last couple of years, I've noticed mostly, too, like a lot of more mainstream has become more synth-oriented and not really guitar solos, made an appearance at anything.
How did you guys come up. First of all, let's just start with the basics, right? Why early moods? What the fuck are you called early moods?
Yeah, we get that question a lot. So me and Albert started the band back in like 2015, and we were trying to just come up with names. We had a couple, but they just sounded generic.
What were the names? How lame were they?
I remember one of them. It was called Cosmic Haze.
Ain't that bad, bro.
That's like some flower power shit.
Yeah,
And
that's
I'm
Grateful Dead shit
Yeah.
right there. Like,
And I'm like,
Cosmic
we're
Haze.
trying to shoot for the heavier side of flower
Right,
shit.
not Humboldt County, right? I
Yeah,
got you.
yeah. So, one day I was just bored. I was reading an article on the bass player from Black Sabbath,
Yeah.
Geezer Butler. He's talking about the song "Hand of Doom" from the Paranoid album. Someone was interviewing him, and they asked, "Hey, what's the story behind that song you wrote?" And he pretty much started explaining he wrote that song based off of Vietnam veterans that came back from the war that showed early moods of schizophrenia and suicide.
Man.
And I was like, I thought it was a cool article, and then I just saw the word early moods, and I'm like, that's weird, but I like it. And it's definitely, it stands out, especially in the kind of music we're playing, and that's what I want to stand out,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have some generic-ass name, and yeah, so we stuck with it pretty much.
How did you guys meet up to form the band? How did that happen?
We went to high school together.
Middle school.
Where was that at?
We went to what?
We went to
Macy
Intermediate in Monterey Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him when we were in 6th grade through some mutual friends.
Is that right?
Yeah, and then
yes.
6th grade, and then high school we started a thrash heavy metal band, and then
Yeah.
Why is that funny, Albert? Why are you laughing about
It
it?
feels shitty.
there were some. It was. I mean, the band was shitty, but don't get me wrong, there were some good riffs in there.
And we learned a lot,
Yeah, we learned how to like work as a band and structure songs and kind of just how it is to be a band. Like we
Yeah.
learned that.
You're a badass singer, bro.
Oh, thank you.
You're fucking. This dude is a fucking badass, bro.
Right.
Thank you.
He got that. They all had such stage presence about them,
Right.
including yourself. You have a lot of stage, like up there. And I remember saying to Monique, I'm like, some people just have that type of
Like aura.
star power,
Yeah.
or like I don't, like that. It's hard. I don't know how to necessarily explain in the words, but it's everything that David Bowie had, and it's the courage to just own you, and fucking like you're the only one on the planet, and that's the feeling that I got when you were up there. You were like unapologetic, just you, and that just draws people. When you see that much, it draws you in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kind of like the smoke in the sky that night, the lighting, the wind, the energy. It was just like an intense show. But
Yeah.
these guys are real showsmen.
Right.
You know?
Right. So like King Albert, man. Like, I mean, did you know you were gonna be a vocalist? Like, at what age? Like, when?
Nah, man. I did it because we just needed a vocalist.
You hear that all the time.
I know
dude.
it's bullshit.
Well,
I think
nobody
it's
could sing, so I had to sing.
Yo, did you do like the fucking the Doors thing and like turn around because you're embarrassed and
Nah,
sing?
I kind of just owned up to it.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't have
Did
a
the
choice.
fucking why? What happened?
Well, we had a singer, and then I don't know where he just dropped out of society.
yeah.
And,
Yeah,
disappeared,
singers do that.
yeah.
Singers do that.
and I was like, where'd he go?
Well,
And-
before that, we recorded like a 3-song EP, and I pretty much convinced him, like, yo, you're gonna sing on it, and he didn't sound bad. But the problem was, after that, we got a singer because at the time, because he's the original bass player. We started the band just guitar and bass player,
Right.
not thinking he was gonna sing.
Right.
And so yeah, we recorded that, and then after that, I think he decided like, oh, I just want to be the bass player. I don't want to sing.
Right.
This was after recording that EP. So we found some dude named Liam who sang, and like he said, he disappeared.
Liam is like a singer's name, right? Like it's a front man that's like Liam's gonna be slaying
I
chicks.
mean, he had a good voice and everything, but
Right.
at the time, the band was not really doing much because we were going through like members and stuff, and
Yeah.
he got impatient and he just disappeared from the world, like deleted every social media, like his phone number, email.
He just joined QAnon or what the fuck?
I don't know. To this day, I haven't heard from him. But yeah, he pretty much he's like, fuck it, I'll be the singer. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
And then what about the bass player? How'd you guys hook up with the bass?
Well, he was actually.
I was originally another guitar player.
Yeah.
So yeah,
A couple years later.
Yeah. So when we were jamming, starting writing new songs, I'm like, fuck it, I want to add an extra guitar player because I grew up on like Iron Maiden and two
Right.
guitar players. It's
Yeah.
Right.
Hell
I
yeah.
love
Yeah,
that
hell yeah.
sound. So I'm like, fuck it, let's get a guitar player. So our old keyboard player at the time, he put like a ad up.
And I knew him. He was my neighbor, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'm down." And I'm all into all that shit. And
Right.
He's like into that right now. Like, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'm down." And we started jamming, hanging out.
Yeah,
And
we
they-
wrote some songs, and then he's from New Jersey originally.
New Jersey.
Yeah, born and raised. Yeah.
Holy shit, but you've gone total California,
Well,
bro.
I was always like this, but
I mean, you're full on California now, bro.
oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like almost Laurel Canyon, maybe. I don't know.
I've been here for a while too. I've been
Yeah.
here like 8 years, so.
I mean, that's it. I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty much it. There's very few,
Sure.
Big Lux is maybe one of the few, like, natives, real West Side LA natives.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
And the drummer, sir.
Me, I used to be in a band with this guy, and at the time they were jamming with someone, and yeah, they just invited me to come jam with them one day, and
That really like help us write some
Yeah.
songs.
And
The
I-
other dude was focused on something else at the time.
so for fun I jammed with them, and then they just.
Were you, like, in a completely different style band?
Yeah, I used to play in a thrash band. Me and this guy played in a thrash band, so that's how I got to get connected with these guys.
How does being in a thrash band, right? Like, how is that different than, like, I know the music's different, but explain from a drummer's perspective.
Well,
Like,
for me, I mean, I grew up on thrash, and back in high school, I was in a thrash band, so everything leading up to now, like, it was completely different. But my music taste is the same as them, so I feel like going into it, it was already kind of like I already had the vision, and kind of already knew what they were going for. So
Right.
right off the bat, it was quick for me to catch on to.
did
music.
anybody have to do, like, an immediate wardrobe change? Like, you were not, you were in some other kind of zone, and then you were like, fuck, I gotta get a
No.
jean jacket with some
Nah,
buttons.
these guys are all legit, dude.
Right. Well, I'm not saying it's not legit. I'm just curious.
No, I'm
of
saying like
course.
legit in the sense like I would imagine each one of them came to the table like that.
Right.
Like it, I don't know, man.
Yeah, we all come from a background of playing,
Yeah.
metal shows back then in high school. So
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
we've had our
yeah.
long hair since we were like fucking 12 or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I mean, now playing these shows now, like it's good, and I'm glad I had that experience back then because, like you said, it taught us a lot. The do's and don'ts with playing shows. Cause
Sure.
out here, it's there's a lot of people who have your best interest, and a lot of people who really don't. They're all only in it for.
But, bro, this is the battle royale of
Exactly.
fucking bands,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, it's,
I mean, there's a lot to live up
Yeah.
to, some big motherfucking
course.
shoes around here.
Yeah,
Of course.
The history
Right?
here is crazy, right?
Yeah.
So what is one thing? Let's just get down to it and stop fucking around, all right? I'm
Right
tired
on.
of it.
Right on.
What do young rockers, young fucking metal dudettes, what do they need to know that they probably don't know that you guys have learned on this journey?
You got to sacrifice, first off, a lot of time and money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up.
A
It's
lot
like
of money.
a lot of money. Like
time.
sometimes we save up all this money just to rent a van for a tour, and we're literally leaving on tour with like $50 each in our pocket. But we tell ourselves, hey, we're gonna make some money on the road that'll cover us for food. And I mean, sometimes we come back, barely breaking even, with some money in our hand. Sometimes, we don't. But I feel like people need to understand this. You got to sacrifice a lot, especially a lot of time.
How's
And-
anyone gonna know who you are if you're not gonna put that 110% and go out there and go all these new places?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Like before, Ed used to book like all the shows and everything. So we took like a lot of time. Like it's a lot. Like all the little stuff in between, like booking the shows, the traveling, the just ditching life for like 2-3 weeks at a time. And
Yeah, but it's kind of nice to ditch life for two,
it's
right?
great.
Like,
I love
Yeah.
it.
right,
Yeah.
2 to 3 weeks. It's like, fuck it, I can't talk to you. I'm on fucking tour,
Right, exactly.
right?
I
Don't
love
fuck
that
with
shit,
me, right?
honestly.
Yeah.
Some people don't, but yeah, I fucking love it. It's like, there's some people who are like, damn, you're taking off for another month,
Like, yes, the
That's
fucking
what-
road's
yeah,
calling,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Got sacrificed.
That's what I pretty much told them when, me and Albert always had that same idea, and we're gonna try to hit the road and do as much as we can. And when these guys join, I tell them, hey, just letting
the
you know,
idea.
joining this band, you got to
All
put
right.
in time and go on the road with us.
Gotta be committed.
A lot of people are writing in right now, and they want to know. They're hitting me up. What is the most fucked up fucking road story you got? And don't fuck with me.
I mean, I got one, but
Tell it.
I don't have.
Yeah, you do. You look.
I mean, it's not fucked up, but it's a funny story.
Well, tell a funny story, my man.
I think it was the first time we hit the road when we went to Texas. Actually,
Texas.
We're
All right,
playing-
say no more.
we were playing in Austin, and the venue we played at, we somehow got real cool with the cook that worked there. And he's like, "Hey, where you guys stay at tonight?" I'm like, "I don't know, probably find somewhere to sleep." He's like, "Do you want to stay at my house?" We're like, "Fuck yeah!" So we went to his house. We're hanging out in his front yard all night, just drinking and partying, whatever. At one point, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go crash in the van. And I think he follows me. He's like, yo, I'm gonna crash with you too. So whatever, we go to the van and we knock out. And then I wake up like at 6 a.m. Or like, no, it was like 5, and the van's wide open. I don't know where these guys are at. I think they're inside.
I'm literally on the grass outside, just knocked out, like,
Shirtless.
chilling.
With this ass crack hanging out. And I'm trying to get him to come in.
Ants in
I'm
it.
like, yo, come inside. There's mosquitoes out. He's fucked up. And he's like, nah, leave me alone. And I'm like, all right, fuck you then. I go back inside and knock out, but that's the funny story I could think of. But
That's pretty good, dude.
I don't know if we have any fucked up ones, though.
Nothing super
No,
fucked up.
remember the hotel
Oh yeah.
when the roof came down?
What happened?
remember that.
Albert, King Albert, tell the story.
Well, we came back from a show and we came back to a hotel and the ceiling collapsed.
It like caved in, like it's just like the whole ceiling was just.
And we were wasted.
I was drunk and
We're like, fuck, what do we do?
Like we were like, what the fuck?
Man.
So what did you do?
Oh, we just went up to the receptionist and we're like,
the look
at
on his
this shit.
face, like he absolutely he had no idea what to do. Like,
He's
he was like
he didn't know. He was like, what
he just
the
gave us a
fuck?
free room and
But in like really fucked up stories, I don't think there's really.
Yeah,
Just like
thankfully
those
nothing yet.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys something. Like, give me. I want to hear like who's been. I want to know. I have my ideas, but who's like the big influences musically to you guys, and who are the people that turned you on? Where did you hear this music growing up?
Obviously, Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
You know,
Obviously.
and like I said, like Chris was saying, we all come from a background of playing thrash, but at the end of the day, we all grew up on classic
Classics.
rock.
Yeah.
With our parents,
Exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
our parents, you know, like I think he told me his dad had like Ozzy, and he
yeah,
showed.
Ozzy, Zeppelin, Queen,
Yeah,
AC/DC, you know,
yeah.
Metallica,
Yeah.
just the basics.
Deep
Yeah,
Purple,
yeah,
you know, the radio
yeah.
stuff.
Deep
too.
Purple.
Cream,
Rainbow,
all that. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
UFO.
That's what we got into it, because
Yeah.
when he would come over in like middle school, we would just dig through my dad's records, and it's like,
Right.
oh, he's rocking
Rush
band.
and everything
yeah,
else,
Rush,
right, yeah.
exactly. Like,
Right.
Stevie
That's
Ray
all
Vaughan.
the shit I grew up on. That's
Yeah.
why you guys resonate with me. All right, but so it was coming from like your parents that were listening.
Were-
Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask. So when you, at what point do your parents find out? Like, fuck, man, they're gonna be doing this metal shit. Were they supportive? Were they like, okay, or were they like,
At first, I mean, no. I mean, because in high school, that was my main. I feel like that was my main priority, was just playing in bands. I wasn't really focusing on school. So at the time, it was kind of like, you know, like they were cool with it, but obviously they want me to, you know, get my shit together and.
become a dentist?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Fucking be a dentist. Exactly. And no, I just kept doing it. And I mean, now that they see how, you know, what we're doing, and they're very supportive of it now. I mean, it took them a while, but I mean, now they see what I'm doing and all the things, the shows, and they were there at the.
They still want you to be a dentist.
Yeah, for sure. They still want me to be a dentist. But they were at the Dickies event, so they see what we're doing. And
Something's happening.
yeah. They finally
Yeah.
see it, so it's.
What about you, Albert?
My
Your career in chemistry?
my parents aren't very supportive of my music.
Right.
no.
Why not? Why not? Are they Jehovah Witnesses?
No, they're just
Old
old
school.
school, you know.
Yeah.
What? So what did they
Yeah.
say? So like, what? So what did they say? They were like, "No, you're gonna cut that hair."
They think it's a waste of time, but I mean, I've been doing stuff they don't want like me to do all the time. You know? It's cool.
Yeah.
What about you, man?
Yeah, it's like a mixture of both. Like growing up, my mom was raised part of, got rid of social, not with us anymore.
Yeah.
My dad, my dad was like 50-50 on it. He'd be like, sometimes he'd be, oh, that sounds cool, you know, be saying, he'd be like listening, and then other times he'd be like, no, practice today. It's like, I don't know, it's like it's 50-50, but the last couple of years he's kind of opened up more to it. He's been saying that we're actually doing shit, you know, and at the end of the day he's like, oh, are you gonna get money? Are you getting paid? That's what he's worried about, you know, like, are the expenses covered?
Shit,
like
dude. People that are trying to get normal jobs aren't making money or getting paid these days. Like, man, what the fuck? Uber drivers? I mean, how much can you make? What about you, New Jersey? Your parents are like, fuck it.
Yeah, you know what? Earlier on, they were like super about school for me. They're like, dude,
You're fucking up, dude.
exactly. Kept
I
telling
can
me.
kind of tell his parents at some point were like, this guy,
Dude.
he's
Yeah,
not
exactly.
Like, dude,
One point it was
come on,
kinda
bro.
like, it was like, fuck it. What else are we gonna do? You know? What else? Like, look at him now. He's too fucking balls deep into it.
Right, man. We might as well just go with it.
Yeah, but you know, now they see, like how Ed was saying, like they went to our show out in Florida. Like they flew out to see. That was their first time seeing me play, because I started playing in bands when I moved to California, really. Like, I had a band in Jersey, but
Right.
it was bullshit, honestly. Yeah, but that was my starting point, you know, so it's
Right.
not bullshit, I guess. Shouldn't have said that, but, you know.
But it probably was bullshit.
Yeah. It was, but, you know, I look back sometimes.
Everyone starts out with a Nash skateboard. Everybody starts out with a bullshit whatever.
Yeah.
I think they're more supportive too, because both shows they came out to this year, they were actually really good shows.
Yeah.
They were packed, like,
That was
it was
lucky
a
part,
little
yeah.
flex, you know.
Yeah.
I want to, like, it seems to, like, when you guys were up there, so I don't want anybody to be offended. I'm gonna refer to a band in a little situation. I felt like there's not a lot of music like this out there these days. I've always felt like that, you know. When you're gonna start playing rock and roll again. So about 15 years ago, this group comes out that I get really into, and I'm like, I believe it's gonna be the beginning of a fucking whole new sound coming back.
Okay.
You know what group that is? Wolf Mother, right?
Oh, yeah.
I get into it.
They're a great band.
Yeah, bro, and I'm like,
They kind of had that Sabbath vibe, too.
yeah,
you know?
absolutely, bro. And I was just like, fuck. These dudes are about to blow the fuck up. This is it. And it didn't pan out like that. I still listen to the group. I still like the group. But I was like, fuck, man. Like, I thought that maybe the world was ready to go in that direction at that point in time.
Yeah.
So nothing's really got me pumped until I get to this Dickie show and I see you guys, right? And I'm like, well, maybe now, maybe people will start like understanding or be like tuned with that. Like, we need that now, you know, like we need it more than ever. And so I feel like you guys are almost, do you feel like there's a lot of competition for you? Do you guys feel like you're some of the only guys that are really doing this, or doing it from an authentic place? Or are there traditional rock bands starting up that you guys are engaging, crossing paths with, that are other guys like your ages from other eras? Because I don't see it.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it.
I feel like with this music, a lot of it's very underground, you know? Like, you gotta, like, look for it. There's a lot of it. You'd be surprised. There's
Really?
Yeah, man. I mean, like, you know, there's a lot of everything that we'll never, like, unfortunately get to listen to, you know? There's just so much shit out there. But, you know, we've crossed paths with, like, some bands that are doing it are fucking good. And then, like, you know, we listen to other bands that are new that we get inspired by. Like,
Right.
That we're like, fuck, these guys are new, they're doing it, it's fresh, sounds old school, but it's still, like, you know, up
Does
our
that
alley.
excite you when you hear that, though? Like, maybe not like so much competitive, but you're like, damn, they're down with the movement. They're more about what we're doing.
Yeah.
Is it like that?
Yeah, it's pretty exciting because you're like, damn, these guys fucking shred. We want to do a show with them.
Yeah, we
want
wanna play with
them.
Go play with them, and it's pretty much, it kind of motivates you to, you know, do more shit when you hear bands like that.
And you're also standing there watching people receptive to them.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like, that's exciting to me too. Like, I even saw young people like all bouncing their head at the show, and I'm like, that whole dynamic is lacking. Like, there's people that don't know, they don't know about no Hesher shit, or they've never experienced that, man. It was like Man, I don't know, bro. That's what I grew up on, man. Like it was you know, it was really like that on the West Side, man. Like that's what it was really about, and like that whole Santa Monica, Venice, West LA, there was like a lot of that, dude. There was a lot of long hair bands. Yeah, there was a lot of punk bands as we started getting into more like high school, but like junior high, and like it was just like everybody wanted to be like those dudes, you know, and it was just what I grew up on.
You know what? I feel like the way we listen to music has changed. You know, it seems like there's just not as much time to grow to love a song. Like, you know, I don't know if you guys feel the same way, where it's like the way we're listening to music. There's some music that when you first listen to it, you kind of don't like it. You're like, nah, I don't know what the fuck that. But like the more you get exposed to it, the more you start to understand it, or like sometimes, like, and when I was a kid, I would listen to some bands, and the one song that I knew brought me into the album, and then you listen to the album and there's like a couple cuts on there, you're like, what the fuck? And you fast forward through that shit because you're trying to get to the one you know, but eventually the ones you're fast forwarding through become your favorite.
Yeah.
Right?
Paper cuts, right?
Right. So do you guys find that that you have to, well, how do you approach that? Like, is there a way to educate or teach the language of the music that you guys are playing to audiences? Do you think it's about the live performance? Like, what are you feeling about it, especially as musicians?
Yeah,
I mean, for me, it's about the live performance, the energy of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what it is.
yeah, I've seen people, like, a couple comments online and stuff. It's like people I mentioned, like, yeah, our album's great and all,
But live, it's a total different
yeah, they said it's
monster.
like live.
Yeah.
It's just it's an experience, which is pretty cool. Not to toot
Yeah.
our own horn, but
It was an experience watching
Well, I
you guys
mean,
play.
yeah,
Absolutely.
you got this guy
Bro,
fucking
it wasn't just
excited.
some band getting up at all. It was a full-on experience, man. You guys' sound, the lyrics, all of it was like I've almost felt like I was transferred back in time almost in a way.
What do you guys do? All right, let's talk to you, Albert. Because, like, in the podcast, you're like, yeah, I really think it's about the live because it's the energy in the live. So it comes across very low key, right?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, man, what the fuck you trying to say, bro? Fuck with me? But, right?
Yeah.
How do you guys prepare, besides getting fucked up, maybe you do or you don't, for the live performance? How do you get the energy up? How do you fucking just be like, I'm gonna fucking, how do you do it, dude?
Get fucked up.
I just get stoned. That's really what it is.
Don't worry, we're gonna send you out with some bags when you leave here.
Oh, that
Yeah.
shit. Smell this weed right here.
Yeah, smell that weed.
Smell that weed
One
right
of them's
here.
open. Yeah, that
Yeah,
one's open.
smell
I think.
that.
Crack
That's some
thing open.
fucking-
Tell us if that's.
Yeah, tell us if that's
that
some
was brought as a
stinky,
gift.
icky. Here we go.
Let's see.
Albert's
Yeah.
opening it up.
Is that good?
Roseweed too.
Oh man, I smell it from here.
Smell like fire?
Look at that. He's fucking staring at the jewels.
Damn.
Yeah, we got a smile out of Albert.
Grab some papers.
Yeah.
Take some cubanos with you.
Come on.
And you guys go ahead and roll up a
Vibes.
whole eighth when you get out of here.
Yeah,
right?
get out of here.
Damn.
Roll
Yeah.
an eighth up and get
New
lit up.
Jersey.
That shit is frosty.
Gift from the hard luck.
Nice. Thank you.
Shit, guys.
Yeah, man. Fuck,
Do you
dude.
guys ever drop acid and fucking do music?
I did, like, when we first started, that shit was trippy, man.
Yeah. What about mushrooms, man?
Mushrooms
Ah, yeah. That's a regular thing, huh?
all the time.
that's what they use pretty much. We're on the road to kill time.
Oh, that's a good time killer, huh?
Yeah, when we're in a van, you know, we just.
What's so like? What do you
Yeah.
think, man? Like in the van, what's the craziest trip you ever had in the van? Like, were you just staring at the carpet, going crazy?
No, I was just like paranoid as hell. It's such a small space. It's so long, you know. You're like,
Yeah.
And we're not using like a big Sprinter van either.
Right.
Right,
Like
right,
soccer
right.
mom van.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're got 72 child predator vans. Chevy slammed the door.
They got like an Astro van or whatever that was. The fucking crazy looking heshers all on fucking mushrooms, but like in a mom van. That's the funniest fucking shit I ever heard.
Yeah, we're kind of like basic. We don't need luxury to get around, but
Yeah, man, we're trying to keep it real. What about, do you guys ever hit up the Flying J and Loves and you like go in there and just go crazy?
Oh yeah, Bucky's is our favorite.
What is it?
Bucky's?
Yeah.
What do they got over there?
Yeah. It's like in the South. Oh, dude, they make like barbecue sandwiches, like brisket sandwiches.
Yeah.
What is it? Pulled pork sandwich.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like Love's but on steroids.
Yeah,
And, like,
Love's.
way better.
Right.
Fuck yeah.
With the beaver mascot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's sick. It's like a Texas thing, but they have it like somewhere in the southeast, you know.
Yeah.
kinda.
What's the weirdest like fucking road snack you got? Like, do you ever eat like a pickled egg or like anything crazy?
Pickled eggs are good. But I don't eat that. I don't eat that on the road.
Yeah.
We have
No,
them
I
at my
like
job.
when I was a vegan, I ate pickled eggs. I fucking love that shit.
Yeah, you'd be over there like fucking Avalon and Imperial at like some old liquor store.
Yeah.
You're like fucking 10 motherfuckers to put their hand in that jar.
If it's
You're
not
pulling a
cloudy,
fucking
I
egg.
ain't eating it, bro. I want to see shit like sea
Would you
monkeys
get a
running
pig's
around.
foot too? Would you
Oh
ever get the
hell
I haven't
yeah,
tried
bro!
that.
Yeah, trip, bro.
I haven't done
Right
that
there,
yet.
dog.
I have those at my job. We have them in the
Yeah,
front
the
so
big
people
container.
Can buy one.
Yeah, dude.
Just get
You're
it out
like
of the container.
fishing around
You
in there with his
imagine?
hands.
Oh man.
You imagine going in there and seeing New Jersey behind the counter with your food and be like, yeah, man, don't worry, there's no hair in that. You just get in and get that.
I think we tried snake jerky from Bucky's.
Yeah, Bucky's.
Bucky's all right.
Love
Yeah.
that, dude.
When
Why
do
do
I
you get
need
a
to
Bucky's
drive out and get a
shirt?
Bucky? Go to a
Yeah,
Bucky.
where do you got to go to do that?
Where Texas?
Or Texas, but now they open it. They're in like South Carolina, Florida. It's like all in the southeast.
What's the farthest you guys have gone on a show?
Yeah.
We pretty much just came back from the opposite side of the
Yeah, we were in
country.
New Hampshire. We were supposed to. Yeah.
Yeah?
Went from New Hampshire down to Florida.
Really?
Yeah.
And was this in a rental van?
Yeah.
You guys were doing all that driving?
We flew this time from here
Oh,
to Jersey, and then we
shit.
stayed at my parents' house and drove up. It was like 3-4 hours. Yeah, and all those states are small, so it's like we saved money by staying there. You know.
Yeah.
Jersey.
And
Yeah.
we borrowed backline too at the band we were touring with, so it's like they helped out a lot too. It's like we just brought our guitars.
Yeah, our
pretty much.
guitars and our maletas, and that's it. You know.
Yeah,
Dope,
for those
man.
playing at home, maletas is like a fucking luggage or your bags or whatever. Some people don't. But let me ask you this, man. Like New Hampshire, bro, that's pretty white, right?
Yeah, it was
White
crazy.
as fuck.
Or Trump
Right.
territory.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they're saying the place we play at during the day, it's like right wing cop fucking.
Really?
But when there's shows there, it's popping. Everyone's there.
Yeah,
it's okay,
yeah.
you know? But during the day, it's weird. Apparently,
We got pulled over leaving the show, and the cop asked us where we're coming from. We were like, "Oh, we're coming from Wally." He's like, "Oh,
Is it-
cool.
or-
Oh, cool." Like he was like, "That's their bar." So
Right.
Oh, cool. We're not going to shoot you four in the head right here on the
It
side of
was
the road.
pretty.
But
it
let me
was
see that
pretty out there,
paperwork.
huh?
Let me see that paperwork.
yeah.
Fuck, man. What's going on? Like, what's happened over? Like, you guys are now being represented. You guys have a label or agent or a whole like.
Yeah.
Is it all getting professional?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, because like I've done the booking and everything in the past, and now that we have an agent doing everything for us, it's kind of like it's a relief on my end, but it's kind of like trippy because I'm used to like kind of
Controlling it.
Yeah.
Man, dude, I'm telling you guys, early moods. If you're listening right now, you guys gotta peep these dudes out, man. Like, I just don't see how you guys can miss. I just don't see it, man. Like, it's gotta be coming, and I just feel like you guys are really doing dope shit, man.
Thank you.
Man, I just want to hear more and more music from you guys. Are we gonna listen to a little bit?
Yeah,
right now?
Blue Eyes is pulling
Blue
up.
Eyes?
What track you pulling up, bro?
Return to Salem's Gate.
Yeah, let's hear that.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. For sure.
Fucking badass.
Yeah. Hey, bro, you guys got
you
any
fucking
room in
kids
your
out there
band
should be
for a
listening
sax
to.
player?
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's what you guys need to be listening to out there.
Yeah, that shit's fucking badass.
yeah.
How do you guys write a track like that?
I don't know. Just I'll usually have a structure of a song or like majority of a song, and I'll bring it to them, and they'll usually help me like, hey, try this, try changing that, and pretty much that's
It all stems from like an idea, and we kind of like, from there would build off. Like, oh, we have this. How can we make this sound like?
He'll lay the
this?
template out, and then everybody kind of adds and molds it.
Or even sometimes it's just like a riff, like a good riff, and then from there it's just a lot of trying to figure out where to take that and make it like a whole thing.
Grow on it, grow on it.
It's like a collaboration.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we all literally like throw in our own ideas and stuff, and just, or like for example, when we recorded, like even like the dude that recorded us, he was like, oh, try it this way, and shit changes everything and fucking killer, like.
Yeah.
It's crazy how it starts off and the fucking final product is like.
It's like a puzzle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What about the lyrics, man? Like, how's that happen?
Oh man, it just took a long time in the studio. I was procrastinating a lot, honestly.
it's kind of the same process too. Like we all chip in ideas. Like Albert already had some lyrics for the album, but we kind of just I like to write sometimes. They do too, and we just kind of threw it at Albert, and Albert will kind of rearrange it, do some shit he wants to do. And
I had the melodies down already. I just needed lyrics. So that was pretty much what it was. But
Yeah, but like, okay, so like the track we just listened to was called what?
It's called Return to Salem's Gate.
Okay, Return to Salem's Gate, right?
Damn, that name. This is the name of the song's badass shit,
right? Because
dude.
it's some scary shit.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Right. So is it a concept? Like you're like, all right, or do you guys think like, oh, it's a metaphor? Salem's Gate is my fucking.
It's based off the movie.
yeah, I
Salem's Lot,
I wrote
right,
some
yeah.
of the first lyrics just because I was watching that movie, and I told him like, yo, that movie Salem's Lot's pretty sick.
Yeah. Salem's Lot was
And I told him I'm gonna write I'm gonna try to write a song, and I wrote some of it, and then like I said, I gave it to Albert, and Albert just kind of rearranged it and added his shit. And
So like Albert, like so I mean so when you start rearranging, you start thinking about, are you rearranging it based on concept, or are you rearranging it based on like melody?
melody and like how it flows to, like the cadence of it. Like it needs to like
The rhythm.
the rhythm. That's really what it is. Like
Right.
it has to go with the song, and I have to structure it exactly right with the sentences and stuff like that.
And then when you're coming, like you see Salem's Lot, you're like, oh, that's a fucking cool ass movie, man. I'm fucking. But like, do you? What is it about Salem's Lot that you wanted to try to like capture in the song?
just like the whole story behind the movie, it was just kind of like really caught my attention. Like I try to put whenever I watch a movie, sometimes I try to put myself in their shoes. And I know it's a weird thing to say, but like I was watching that movie.
That's
like,
what we're all doing when we watch a movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I feel like it's something everyone does. But
Right.
No. So you're watching Salem's Lot, a fucking vampire in the mix,
yeah,
right? Nobody really knows yet.
yeah. Exactly.
And this guy's sending out his minion. He got a minion.
Yeah, just that whole it trips me out, and I'm like, fuck, imagine being there, and I'm just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna write a song just my perspective of how I see it, you know. Like,
Right, and so when you wrote it, and I'm kind of like a nerd, so that's why I'm getting into it, because I like this. I really like this part of any kind of creation. Is really
Yeah.
getting into this, right?
Yeah.
So when you're writing from the perspective of somebody that is living in Salem and is discovering the evil is there.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like how he's just the path of discovering things one by one. It's like just being hit with all this emotion, like,
As
what
if you
the
were in the
fuck?
movie.
Yeah, pretty
Right.
much. Yeah.
Fucking love it. But you didn't write it from the point of the vampire. It's like, I'm gonna eat this village.
Yeah, it's kind of just the perspective of how every situation hits. Like, fuck, just imagine putting yourself in those shoes. Like, motherfucker, I just want to go home, you know? Like,
That fucking song rocks, bro.
Yeah, it does.
That song fucking rocks.
Yeah.
thank
I
you.
fucking love that song, bro.
Yeah, there's a bunch like that, bro. Yeah, man. So what's happening with like, tell me, is touring? Is there a album in the works? Are you guys just dropped out? Are you getting ready to drop? Are you working on one? Like, what's going on with all that? How's that work?
All yes to that.
Oh, yes? More touring?
Yeah, we got
Putting an album out?
We're putting an album out next year.
Do you have is it a concept album? Like, are you gonna get like heavy into it?
Don't know right now.
Yeah, right now it's just we're writing the songs, and then I feel like I'm gonna really work a lot on the lyrics this time. Maybe just.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like that procrastination's working for you.
Yeah, we have a
Sometimes
lot
you
of
can't
plans
change the
definitely
magic,
like
yeah.
next year. Like yeah, we just did this 3.5 week tour on the East Coast, and then our plan was, all right, we're home, let's chill. Before we left, we already have like 5-6 songs for the new album. We're like, all right, like let's work on them, work on the new stuff to add to that, because our label's like, he's kind of pushing for us, like, hey, if you can try to record your album by the time you come back from your tour in spring, that would be great, because it'll fit the schedule we have all planned. But yeah, we have a tour we're doing in February, and then a bunch of shit planned for the rest of the year. I think some of it Europe and summer
Europe,
and
bro.
States.
Have you guys already toured Europe?
No, not yet.
I have with different bands, but I'm really
Right.
want to go with
The
this band.
Eagles.
Yeah, I wish.
How did you guys meet Esteban Oriol? How did that happen?
Through our dude at the label.
Daniel.
Yeah. He had, I guess, known him before because through some kind of like, I forget.
Yeah, originally we had artwork. We had artwork for our album, and we pitched it to Daniel, and he liked it, but he had a different vision. He wanted to put us on the cover, and
Yeah.
at first we were kind of like we that's not what we wanted. Again, we wanted to go with kind of a classic, more of a painting of a just something to fit our music more. And yeah, he kind of we not that we didn't have an option, but it was his best interest for him to have Esteban shoot us, and he did. I mean, the end result was awesome. I mean, yeah, it was awesome that we did.
Daniel and his wife are
Jerry.
Jerry. They pretty much run our label, Writing Easy, and they pretty much pitched us the idea. He was like, hey, my wife Jerry knows Esteban. He's like, it would be real cool if he could shoot your album. And we're like, some of us were familiar with his work, so I was like, oh wow, sick. But at the same time, we were kind of shooting for an art piece for the record.
Yeah.
But over time, he kind of just talked us through, and he's like, yo, like, Esteban the shit, trust me. And we went with it, and that's pretty much how we met Esteban. And
Now we're here.
yeah, now
Right.
we're here.
Yeah, but you know what, dudes? I think also on some level, the authenticity or the reality of you dudes is fucking sick. Like, it underscores the music that you put together. I mean, I definitely understand the idea of you guys thinking like, oh man, we should have some kind of art, right? A symbol, something that is communicative. But I also am like looking at you dudes even right here, and I'm like, this is the fucking real deal.
Real
right
deal,
here. It's
yeah,
a fucking
yeah,
real
yeah.
deal right here.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
That's how it look.
I mean, at the end, it's really cool to see like our album getting a notice, and then you see it's a picture of us. So I mean,
Yeah, it's cool and trippy. It's like,
it's
damn,
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
people
Especially-
sharing.
He took so much pictures of so many legends, too. So it's kind of cool that he did ours.
Hell
too.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Legends in the making.
Yes.
Crazy
We're all Latino
bastards.
too, so
Right.
Yeah, bro, for
that's
sure.
more like,
Was somebody's
Smart.
dad in Lifestyles Car Club or no?
Huh?
Was someone's dad in Lifestyles Car Club or
Oh,
lowrided?
Probably.
Oscar.
I mean,
Oscar.
I have family members that grew up on that. My dad never really, owned a lowrider or anything, but we, my family was really into that. Oscar, the guitar player, his dad actually owns one, and
Okay,
he
it might
knows
be
his
him.
dad.
Yeah,
Yeah, he knows like a lot of random people that we're always like, what the hell?
yeah, because Esteban knew somebody's.
Yeah, Oscar.
Yeah, it's Oscar
Oscar's
dad.
dad.
Yeah.
Before we did that shoot, he was like, "Oh yeah, I know Esteban." We're like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, that's a trip, man.
So let's just go down the line. Let's just go down the motherfucking line. What is maybe like your, like, who you think of? And you gotta pick one. You can't be playing this fucking diplomacy bullshit. Okay? Who for you is the, like, symbol of the rock or heavy metal, the music you like? Who for you? You're like, yeah, that.
What inspires me, or what do you
Who's the
mean?
person or a group or a person or what?
Yeah.
Iron Maiden's like my favorite band. My dad took me to go through when I was like 12, and that day I was like, I want to be a musician. The main guy in the band, Steve Harris, is like my music idol. These guys know. That's my musical hero and stuff like that.
There you go.
Albert?
Fuck.
For real too, even if it's not metal, dude.
Probably Iggy Pop.
Yeah.
All right.
Just
like
the stage
that.
presence, the
Yeah.
energy, you know.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
For me, it's gonna be like Ozzy, Sabbath.
Yeah.
Just growing up, hearing that on the radio, my pop's always listening to it. My pops plays drums too, so I always hear him jamming to like Iron Man or something.
Yeah.
Always like, damn, that's cool.
What's the best Sabbath song? And you got to pick one, dude.
That's
Don't be
hard.
crazy. No,
But I'm gonna pick one.
do it.
Megalomania.
Shit. That's a great one, but mine is "Killing Yourself to Live."
All right, right on.
Yeah.
All right, drummer boys, Christmas is coming.
For me, I mean Sabbath, Billboard, is top. But for me, definitely Neil Peart, Rush.
No Pert. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I saw Rush and I almost
Yeah.
brought tears. Like it was
Yeah,
like one of those
yeah.
things. And then like when he passed, like it was pretty like
Oh, the heart blow.
yeah. It was,
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
dude. No
So I
Pert,
never really,
dude.
I've never really felt that way towards musicians. Like I mean, like when Eddie Van Halen, like all these other musicians died, it was a bummer. But Neil Peart's the one that like hit me the.
How big a drum set are you gonna eventually get?
Oh man,
Are you gonna go like
I want-
winger, like everything?
I want to get it. I want to upgrade. I used to have a big kit, but I feel like now it's more of a show thing. That's like now I just rather bring what I need, especially like having to bring all my shit. Like it's just sometimes it's
Dude, like what? Like you should get like like a platform that goes over the crowd.
Yeah, I
and
want to
you
get a
can
gong. I want to get all that.
Right,
I
dude,
need it
all of that. Like,
Come on, who's your musical idol?
who's my musical idol?
Yeah. Out of that world.
Okay, out of that world. Oh, Ozzy. I mean, Black Sabbath. He and I got in a fight on this show because I said that Black Sabbath was better than Led Zeppelin. And we got in a serious fight.
Yeah, we did.
We really did.
Yeah.
I would see John Bonham too is one of the greatest.
Right.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Who? What about you? Led Zeppelin?
Yeah, it's Jimmy Page. Jimmy Page is my guy.
Right.
Led Zeppelin's my group.
You know, this guy right here used to listen to Rat.
Yeah.
Out of the cellar, dude.
Yeah.
He was listening to Rat out of the cellar.
Was he listening to he was listening to them out of a cellar?
He was locked up in a cellar listening to Rat.
Okay.
That was one of
Got
them.
it.
Yeah, he started out with the fucking Beach Boys, ended up with Rat.
Hey Mike, how about you, Mike?
Come on, Mike.
Ronnie James Dio.
Yeah. I knew you guys
Did you see how he said that? He said
Yeah.
that without-
All right, Sean, you're up.
Come on,
Come
Sean.
on.
Bon Jovi.
Is it? Is
Oh,
that?
Don't play games. Don't play games.
Come on.
Come
Is
on.
that a
dude.
shout out to Jersey or what?
I guess so. Dude, I actually like Motley Crue a lot.
Hell yeah.
They're
I mean,
sick,
Motley
dude.
Crue's
Those
pretty
first
good.
two albums are
Yeah.
fucking
The first album
sick.
was fucking sick.
And they started on pretty early, like 81, right? That's
Yeah.
like before some of those big thrash bands. Yeah.
Right. Why did it go into big hair there for a minute? Like,
Money probably.
yeah, but it's so weird. I look at that and I look at those
It
dudes.
was the style, it was on TV. That's what
Like
was
it's-
in.
like
it was
it's-
what sold.
It was so crazy because like now everyone's tripping about trans, but I'm like, look at those dudes. The fuck, right? Like no one was crazy about. Yeah. What about the chicks? I mean, am I even allowed to ask about that? Is it getting crazy? Oh, Albert's almost fell out of his chair. Look at that, bro.
He's like, I don't even know what to do.
He's
with
like,
all
my
this.
thing
He got
don't
the
even
fist
work.
in his
It
hand right now,
blew
looking
up.
at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, I gotta
You
fucking take
can,
the blue
you can
pill.
ask Eddie about that.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's got their I mean, it's hard to find a girl nowadays that's supportive of you doing this shit, and that's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Right, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until you hit.
Until they get
all
on,
of a sudden,
until they get on the tour bus for
Yeah,
a minute.
man.
I just want to
Yeah.
get a signature. All right, come on in.
Or soccer mom van, more like it.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's fucking. So where do they go to find?
Yeah,
the
let's.
next
Where do
fucking-
they go to
yeah.
find you? What do we look for next
How do
year?
we,
What's
like,
gonna
fucking
happen?
Get
Like,
down with you, all that
The
shit.
fans, or you talking about girls?
Okay, all you
ladies out
all
there.
you ladies, whether you with a guy or not, how do they get a hold of these guys right here?
Get with these dudes before they blow up, because then they ain't gonna know you after that.
Instagram, Facebook. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you,
Albert's real quiet, man. He's like, I am
Hey.
fucking nothing up, man. I got a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, plead the fifth.
Yeah, man. We'll be in Puerto
But yeah,
Rico
if people
pretty
want to check out our music and just check out the band and shit.
Yeah,
soon. Where do they go?
man.
Where do they go?
I'm mostly active on our Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram and Facebook.
Facebook.
Early Moods.
Even on Spotify too, it'll add the dates when we have shows
Awesome.
coming up.
Yeah.
Awesome. Early Moods.
Turn that up a little bit. Let's hear that.
Spelled like it's normally spelled. Nothing weird.
When do you guys play LA next?
Yeah.
We just played our last show of the year in Long Beach like last week.
I just heard a lot of women's pants come off.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking around.
Yeah.
I think we got some stuff planned. February. Oh, February we're doing our whole fucking tour.
Yeah.
most likely there'll be when we get back or before we head out somewhere, you know.
Is there a venue in LA that when you play it, you know you're fucking hit it?
Yeah.
Permanent Records, Roadhouse. That's the
Permanent
spot.
Records,
It's
yeah.
small, but that's our like home.
It's like a record shop, a bar, like good vibes there, honestly.
Cool
And
place.
every time we play, all our friends come out, even like people that just follow the band, they come and check it out. And every time we play there, it's like always a great turnout. And the owner, Lance, is like an amazing guy.
Oh, you're gonna start seeing me at all your shows.
Yeah, same here,
yeah,
man.
man. Well, and then the next one that we can get to over here in SoCal, we're definitely we'll probably come as a group and come and see.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
Hey,
cool, man.
fucking Early Moods listeners out there, if you guys are listening, go follow, listen to Early Moods. These guys are incredible. We're gonna start to put up and share any of their content. When you guys are having a show, send it over. We'll blast it and story it and put it up. And we
Hell
want to
yeah.
support these cats. And I want you guys to come back on.
Yeah.
Yeah, come
great.
back on
Yeah,
after the
these are
tour.
fucking
Come let
awesome.
us know exactly what happened, and
Story
we want to be
is
kept up.
Oh, maybe I have a fucked up story.
Yeah. But I want to be part of I'm watching this thing unfold, so we just kind of want to be part of it with you guys, and we're excited for you and support you.
Yeah, thank you.
But Early Moods, this shit. Get with the program, you guys. Tune in, Early Moods. And yeah, Chumahan, this is dope.
Hell
I
yeah.
want to introduce these guys to the world. What you got?
You know what? I'm not even gonna put my law firm's fucking shit. These guys are fucking dope. I'm not gonna promote jack shit. I'll let them have it.
Damn.
They got the spotlight.
Damn. You guys back there want to say anything?
Good, man. You guys are dope.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna wrap it tonight too, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I wanna thank some of our sponsors. I wanna thank Pulpo Beard Oil. I wanna
Pulpo
thank
Beard Oil.
Enzo's Pizzeria. I wanna thank Vibes Rolling Papers. I wanna thank Mystery Baking for
butter.
for the butter. And with that, it's
Right.
all about Early Moods tonight.
And here's a new cut off their new album. Take it
Here's-
away.
And we'll leave you with some Early Moods.
Go.